we kept on investigating if there was something in there. And the more we investigated, the more we realized that there was potential for that. So we decided to start pitching on some potential investors. And my idea was, if we are able to get a seed money to start the business, I'm going to quit Casa Z. I'm going to sell the brand and do something and start actually focusing on this new venture that we were creating. And then one of the pitches that we did, they were excited with the idea and they were talking with us after the meeting. Yeah, because there are so many people doing so many different things with 3D printing. There are the miniature guys, there are the print in place guys, there are the articulated guys. There's a lot of different things for you to explore within the STL space. And that kept us with us for a little while. And then as we were driving back, Lincoln kind of said to us, well, if there's a lot of people, perhaps what we should do is, instead of doing like something like home decor, where we would focus on a niche, why don't we do a place for all those niches to be in? Why don't we do a place where we can have all these potential niches of 3D printing inside? Something like the Netflix of 3D printing, the STL Flix.
People are spending a lot of money on a lot of different subscriptions. What if we had one single subscription with everything you need? We could do the Netflix of 3D printing, the STL Flix. And that's how the name came up.
And I was like, STL Flix? I didn't really like the idea. The idea I liked, but I didn't really like the name at first. It felt weird having just one vowel on a long name, like STL Flix. But then he just said, okay, just Google it. See if STLFlix.com is available. If it's available, we're going to purchase the domain right now. Then I didn't want to argue. It was late at night. I purchased the STLFlix.com domain. But then I saw, eventually I'll be able to make him change his mind about the name. But the name, after all, it proved to be a really good name, because we could communicate the idea of a Netflix for 3D printing really easy with the STL Flix name. So today I really like the name STL Flix. And then I just went and just quit Casa Z. And then I was focused on making the initial hirings and trying to bring people for STL Flix. We had like very little money. We had, I guess, something around 30,000 USD to start. So we had to be very smart with our hirings. We had to be very smart on how we were going to use that capital. And above all else, I also needed the money very badly. Because I was running out of my own personal money. Casa Z was not doing that well anymore. And I had quit Casa Z, so I had no income anymore. I sold my car, I moved to a smaller flat, all to make it work for us, and all to make it the initial days of STL Flix easier for us to be able to pay everybody and be able to make everything work.
So we started a Patreon. Bruno started to show the models that we had in every Facebook group he could get in, on Reddit, everywhere. So we started to get the first subscribers.
And we set up the initial STL Flix website with the subscription platform already available. And then we started to do the marketing campaigns, the STL Flix, the Netflix of 3D printing, and those initial campaigns kind of brought a few subscribers to our base. And then with those subscribers, things started to actually turn and started to move forward.
And then we broke even, and then we were able to keep going with the sales we had.
And we started going step by step, enhancing the product, enhancing the models, bringing more artists in. And STL Flix started to look more of what we actually wanted STL Flix to be like. And this was the initial year, the first year of STL Flix. This was around April of 2021. And we started to get the initial subscribers. We started to get the people to come in to see the website. We started to interact with the community. The community was helping us to understand where we should drive the business as well. And that allowed us to keep on steadily growing, bringing more people in, reinvesting everything that we could.
And we had a lot of people joining the longer plans, the lifetime plans. And that was a huge boost for us. So we started to be profitable every month.
If you're with us long enough, you know that we had over 200 models with no search bar. It was terrible to navigate, but then we eventually created the platform where we wanted people to kind of be able to see the models before they download, and now we're introducing more features as we go. But then what we started to see is that some of our subscribers could not reach the same quality that we could with our models, and then we understood that the next obvious step to move forward was to create STL Academy, was to create a way to teach our subscribers how to improve their 3D printing skills. So the first thing that we did, we always use Brazil to be our local laboratory. We are here, it's easier for us to assess people, to make things happen. We created the initial courses here in Brazil. The Print Like a Pro method in Brazil, it's called Print with No Fear. It's not Print Like a Pro. And we created the Print Like a Pro method, which is called Print with No Fear. And that went really well. We had over 1,000 students in the first year, and then we decided that this was a program, this was a project that needed to be expanded globally. And this is where we started to going after those influencers that they had a good audience, and they know what they're doing in other places as well. This is how we launched STL Academy in Spain, France, and Turkey, and the United States.
And then it's when things started to go very well for STL Flix. We started to work with influencers, and then people saw that we were real, because at the beginning people didn't believe we were real. I don't know why. But when they saw influencers printing our models and recommending us, we started to get much more subscribers. A lot of people came after it, and until we had the projection light collection, that was a huge hit. We had over 16 million views in one video, and we grew a lot again.
And what I want to say to you as well is that we're still in the early days. We have a lot of audacious and big plans and big ideas to come in the future. This is only our second anniversary, and I really feel that STL Flix can be something really meaningful and big for the 3D printing community, made by the 3D printing community and for the 3D printing community as well. So stick with us, because there's a lot more to come.
Most of the people that work at STL Flix, they are really doing what they want to do. I mean, we have the content creators, the influencers, the social media. We see that they love to create videos, funny stuff. We have our model shop where people are printing, painting, and that is their hobby as well. So they are doing what they love. We have our design team that creates ideas, and they do this as hobby as well. They were doing it before STL Flix. Our 3D artists, it's what they love to do. So we have people that they are really doing what they are the best at and what they like to do. And this feeling of working with people that are really doing what they love, it's amazing. And it is the same for us. I mean, we are having a journey that we dreamed about it. It's not just that we want to get good results. We want this to survive, because this is what we want from life. This is what the people that are around us want from life.